Your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Well, an active night shaping up for us here. Here comes the next wave of heavy rainfall that's going to begin here and last for several hours. Really seeing things ramp up near Springfield. A little break right now in Champaign, but look at all of this. That is literally, got to tell you, is right on Central Illinois targeted for us here, and we are going to see a lot of rain over the next 12 to 24 hours. Still pretty warm out there. Look at the temperature difference, though. Springfield is 56, then you get to Quincy, it's 42, and that's not a lot of real estate between those two. And so there's a huge difference there with the temperature as that front comes through. So tonight, the rain's going to really ramp up for us again. Wind a concern, and then tomorrow, we may see the rain change over to freezing rain and snow. We'll outline that and talk more about the flooding concerns coming up. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
Just the better prepared we are, it just works better.
A fire department has a new way to keep you safe when there's flooding, and it's just in time for the weekend's big rain.
Plus, you spoke up and the school district listened. What Champaign superintendent now says about the plan of swapping buildings.
I have to give the people in the community credit for the success that I've had.
And he might just be the most beloved Illini coach ever, while Lou Henson was celebrating today.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 6.
It's the calm before the storm, at least in Champaign, but be prepared. Rain, and a lot of it is on the way. Good evening. I'm Paul Cicchini.
And I'm Jennifer Roscoe. Heavy rains expected tonight through tomorrow. And with all that water, of course, flooding. Pretty good possibility. Our chief meteorologist, Kevin Leidy, is live in our tracking center. Okay, all the rain, then they could get colder. A mixed bag?
Yeah, we turn over to a wintry mix this time tomorrow night. So tonight, it's the heavy rain and flooding is an issue. Flood watch is in effect here, okay? We've already had, with the stuff from last night and this morning, over an inch of rain in a lot of areas. Ground, it's saturated and can't take a whole lot more, especially this time of the year when the ground is usually typically a little more frozen, a little harder, so that moisture doesn't seep down into the ground as good. And so it creates runoff. And then the rain runs off of the ground there and kind of piles up, runs into the streets, rivers and creeks and streams, and look at all of that rain still set to come. Strong storm is even possible tonight. We're watching storms out to our south and west. We're talking an additional 2 inches of rain on top of what we've already seen, and then yes, it looks like a small break. So if you're looking for a window of opportunity for it to be dry, around midday tomorrow is your time. But by the afternoon and evening, ice and snow becoming an issue. We'll talk more about that in your forecast here in just a little bit.
Bottom line, a mess.
It looks like it for sure.
All right, thank you, Kevin. Now, the entire state is expected to see some form of active weather this weekend with threats of flooding, ice, snow, heavy rain, the whole shebang. The state's emergency management agency wants you to be prepared ahead of time. They're most concerned about the possibility of flash flooding. While different parts of the state will see different events, they are advising you to be ready.
So right now is really when you need to be preparing for these storms. You want to make sure that you have batteries, flashlights, extra clothes. Make sure that you have plenty of food and water so that if the power is out and you can't get out, make sure that you have all the supplies on hand for an emergency.
It's also suggested you make sure you have cash on hand in case the power goes out at stores and pharmacies. One Central Illinois Fire Department feels ready for this weekend's wet weather.
Yeah, Villa Grove has a new inflatable boat for water rescues. It's an upgrade to its current boat. WCIA 3's Courtney Bunting is here now. So, Courtney, how will this new piece of equipment help?
Well, Paul, it'll help in a lot of different ways, but the most important one is being mobile in the nick of time.
In a true emergency, seconds matter.
And you may not realize how important those seconds are until they're ticking by. That's something the Villa Grove Fire Department wanted to get ahead of. Flooding has been a concern there in the past. Chief Ross Elston says he hopes those days are mostly behind them.
FEMA bought out most of the houses in the last 30 years, like I mentioned earlier, different parts of town that were repeatedly flooding.
But he knows that doesn't eliminate the possibility of flooding, which has been known to happen even on the main drag through the city, North Sycamore Street. That's why they're still making sure they're ready with a brand new boat.
It's just going to be a great alternative to what we've already had for so many years.
They bought the older one around 20 years ago. This new one looks smaller, but can still hold around 6 people.
It's lighter. I think it's like 180 pounds, 200 pounds compared to this thing. And then we have endless access to this thing where we have to actually have like a designated ramp with that. So it's easy to go with.
This one will also be easier to use with oars if we had a motor failure or the water was too shallow for a motor. It's being so much lighter, you can use the oars and get through a lot easier than trying to paddle this.
While a flood is never a reality they want to face, the department says they feel much better being ready for it. And Villa Grove Fire and Rescue went through training last night to prepare for the possible flooding this weekend. Chief Elston says he's probably been through at least 6 major floods during his 30 years in his position. Reporting live in the newsroom, Courtney Bunting, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
Sounds like they may have gotten it just in time. Courtney, thanks. The other advantage to this new boat is it won't be damaged if it bumps into something. Chief Elston says they always try to be careful not to hit anything, but if the current or wind forces them into something, the rubber on the new boat will just bump off, as opposed to the old one that could be damaged if it was hit. We have an update from Champaign tonight. After heavy backlash from parents and teachers, the school district will not be swapping students between Garden Hills Academy and International Prep Academy.
The district proposed this idea to let them expand their dual language program from K-5 to K-8. This week, the superintendent held listening sessions to get families' feedback from both the schools. Now, hundreds showed up at each one. The majority had strong opinions against the plan. Many said it's not fair to uproot kids from their schools, and it could create more problems. The superintendent decided not to move forward with the proposal and to work on the school's issues individually.
Anytime you open up a conversation in a community that is diverse in its interests, and I don't know that I had any preconceived ideas. I honestly came to listen and hear. One of the things I do value is that people came out and shared their thoughts and feelings.
On Monday, the superintendent will give a presentation on the decision at the board meeting and make recommendations on steps moving forward. Also in Champaign, new details on the possible rape cover-up there. More agencies are getting involved in the investigation, and that includes the Champaign County State's Attorney. It's been only 2 days since emails uncovered by a radio station in Chicago, WBEZ, showed State House lobbyist Michael McLean asking a former aide to Pat Quinn to let a man keep his job because he stayed quiet about the, quote, rape in Champaign. Today, State Police and Julia Reitz said they would be cooperating with the investigation. ISP Director Brendan Kelly said his agency will be looking into all criminal matters related to the case. Reitz gave us this statement regarding her involvement, in part saying, quote, I am also aware the matter has been referred to the Office of the Executive Inspector General and will cooperate with their investigation as needed.
A road is open after a deadly crash in Clark County. It happened on Clarksville Road near Bluegrass Road. That's northwest of Marshall. No word on how it happened. State police are investigating. Police are also investigating an attempted bank robbery in Champaign. It happened around 11:15 this morning at the First Midwest Bank at the corner of Springfield and Prospect. Take a look at this picture. It's the suspect. Police say the person was either a woman or a man wearing a wig disguised as a woman. A person passed a note to an employee demanding money and implied they had a weapon. The suspect was last seen leaving the bank without any money. WCIA spoke to a woman who works across the street and whose mother works at a different bank and has been the victim of a robbery. She says she understands how employees and their families must feel.
Even if it was, you know, as non-violent or non-aggressive as it could have been, that's still scary to think about the what ifs. Something happened, and I'm sure over the next, few days or few weeks, it's going to be on their minds, understandably so.
The bank's front entrance remained locked after police removed tape. No word when it will reopen. If you have any information on the suspect, call police or Crime Stoppers.
Here's a follow-up for you. For the second time in less than 2 years, an interim chief will take the reins for the U of I's police department. Deputy Chief Matt Myrick is stepping up after Chief Craig Stone announced he's returning to Columbus, Ohio. Myrick served as interim chief for roughly 6 months in 2018 before the university hired Stone.
It's known as the home to the drinking Illini. How the new CAMS has become official.
And also tonight.
It's just nice to be with friends and just visit about old times.
Happy 88 to Lou Henson. How this Illini favorite spent his special day.
Looks like he was playing some cards there. I like it. Hey, it is a little rainy out there tonight. Take a look. You can see on the Roofing Granite Casey Summers camera the raindrops on the lens. A lot more rain coming our way. Flooding, an issue, a wintry mix this time tomorrow night, and a lot to tell you about. Stay tuned.